what do Ivy League admissions officers look for? The Ivy League effect is something that pushes people in Ivy League universities to do better. It's quite simply do you know that great feeling you get when your opinion is validated? Especially when it's validated by somebody wiser and more successful than you. That's how I felt when I went to this talk by a Nobel Prize winner. My name's Michael, I'm a student at Brown University, and I wanted to make the most of my time. So I had this idea that I should see as many talks by famous people as possible. And I went to this talk by this famous Nobel Prize winner, even though I honestly never heard of them before. And the story that they told revalidated my opinion that I had so heavily that I honestly thought going to the talk was worth it just for it. This story basically started out with this Nobel Prize winner who does work at Stanford. This Nobel Prize winner had a lab at Stanford, and she said that the one common thing about students at Stanford was that they always had some sort of end game or end plan. They wanted to be successful, and to do that, they always put their success as a primary objective in whatever career they took. So when a student wanted to join her lab, he told her that he wanted to have some sort of end game or plan when he finished research at the lab. He didn't want to just do work for a few years and then end up with some research that wouldn't get him anywhere financially. And the story really resonated with me because I feel that in society, everywhere, we demonize making money, we demonize being successful, we demonize wanting to have a career that will make us a lot of money, or having a lot of money in general. And it just completely blows my mind that we're allowing such views to take hold. Because what is the primary focus of our life? If we want to be successful, a lot of the times it is related to money, because in a sense, we have to have some sort of financial well-being. We have to have some sort of financial stability. People emigrate countries to have financial stability. And yet when we say that that is one of our primary objectives in whatever career path we want to take, it is frowned upon heavily. And I think it's such a weird thing too, such as the culture of not talking about how much money we make, which is honestly better for the companies that we work under, because then if employees don't know how much they make, they can't standardize wages and they can give everybody a wage dependent on how good they were negotiating at the time of the job contract. If the idea of wanting money to be successful is not good enough, I implore the question, what do Ivy League admissions officers look for? What do these private universities want from their students? And ultimately, it is for them to be successful, specifically financially successful, so that they can donate their money to the university as a sort of thanks, as a sort of contribution that they were a path on their way to that student's success. Which brings me to the point of why Ivy League students don't say sorry. And it's simply because we are unapologetic about our desires. We do not care what other people think of the prospects and dreams that we have, and we are able to take action to pursue those dreams, supported by an environment of people with a similar mindset. There's no victim mindset. There's no thinking, why isn't something happening to me? It's creating our own success. It's creating our own environment and pursuing something because we think it is going to achieve something in the long run, and doing something with the time that we have because we feel the need to do something like that. And I'm not saying that this is specific to Ivy League students. I'm saying that anybody can act like this. But specifically, these universities seek out people who are like that because ultimately they want them to make money, they want them to be financially successful, because in the end they want alumni who are willing to donate to the university. Which is why things like legacy admissions exist, because again, if you have a family who went to the same university, it's more likely you're going to donate to the university. And in the end, just betting on these students as to who's going to be the most financially successful is pretty much the job of an admissions officer. And that's what they look for when they see students. They want to see, are these students willing to put in the work to be successful in the future? And what is their likely outcome? Will they have influence, whether it be in politics, in social media, or some other format? Will they have some sort of money or anything to contribute to the university after they leave? Now, when I mention the term Ivy League effect, it's quite simply the environment that is bestowed upon students when they enter such a university. It's just the fact that there are so many different people who all have the passion to pursue something with such a rigor that is not often seen at other universities just because of the way that these universities pick students. In particular, when I wanted to start a YouTube channel after my freshman year of college, I looked to many other students at Brown. I think there's at least 3 other students who go to Brown or recently went to Brown who have a YouTube channel and inspired me to pursue mine because I had that sort of backing and concept in my mind that if other people could do it, I also had a shot as well. And in general, we all know that the people we surround ourselves with, especially the 5 closest people, will influence what we do and our lives to a great degree. I see so much money being put into different ventures in entrepreneurship or some sort of financial endeavor at university because often these businesses, if they're super successful, can make a ton of money. There was a person who came in who literally made pimple patches. Like the things that we buy at Target, they went to brown. So then they had that person come in, and she's literally probably a millionaire, if not almost a billionaire, from the small investment she made with a few other people to just design some sort of product. How much she attributes Brown to that creation is a different story, but in the end, Brown was successful in picking somebody who was going to make a lot of money and who was innovative enough to come up with such an idea and make a successful company from it. So this comes back to our lives, and in general, the idea that people will criticize us for anything that we want to do that doesn't fit their norm, that goes against the grain. People will be willing to say stuff to knock us down or to make us not want to do something because it causes them psychological distress that we are going outside the norm. It especially hurts when we have people who are at the same level as us or people who we're close friends with seeing us do better than them and improve our lives and seeing us succeed. Often when we have some sort of goal, or for example, we're becoming a healthier individual, if we're surrounded by people who aren't healthy individuals, who do not care about their diet, who do not exercise, they're going to criticize us or just jab at us because inherently they're insecure about the fact that we're working to improve our lives and make our lives healthier because they're not taking the steps to do it. And ultimately, seeing someone who's in the same position as you do better than you is the biggest slap in the face. So nobody wants to deal with that psychological distress, which is why we see so much criticism from the people who are closest to us at times. I want to end this video by saying that Ivy League students are not different from any other individual. I do not believe that any other person is inherently better than another person. I'm just saying that the Ivy League mindset, the Ivy League effect, is something that pushes people in Ivy League universities to do better. If you're surrounded by people who are doing different successful endeavors, who are founding their own startups, who are looking to pursue political careers, then it pushes you to obviously go into something yourself, to be successful in some arena. And not every student is going to be the next founder of some sort of Nobel Prize winning research or the founder of some amazing startup company that will make billions of dollars in revenue. But the fact that we are surrounded by those people so closely will push us inherently to do that. And inherently, if you want to act like that, it is so important to surround yourself with people who are willing to act like that as well. But it's not necessary as long as you put in the effort to do that yourself and to start something that you want to pursue yourself. To do that, there's just some simple thought patterns that students and successful people generally have. They create their own luck and they view their future positively. So if we do not view our future as filled with luck and filled with positivity, oftentimes we see an obstacle or hurdle and we just do not want to pursue that endeavor anymore. When in reality, the obstacles that we face will allow us to fall down and get back up and learn from it to become even more successful in the future. It's like posting one TikTok and assuming that you're going to blow up. Could it happen? Yes. Is it likely? Definitely not. Versus posting every single day on TikTok, eventually there's going to be some traction assuming that the content is being improved over time. So it's simply a matter of working effortlessly, working to make oneself better, working to make one's work better and one's passion better. And in the end, there's a long-term growth. And then when people start getting successful, people start saying that it was some sort of overnight success when there were years or months put into this endeavor. So figure out what you want, write down 10 of your goals and figure out the top one that you want to pursue and go after that goal. And specifically, try to be in an environment where you can see other competitors closely. For example, swimmers, when they're doing races, are put next to each other in 6 lanes because it inherently makes us want to go faster. There's some sort of psychological or scientific study behind this, but swimming alone versus seeing people swim next to you who are of a similar speed to you will make you go faster. So trying to find people in a similar environment to foment some sort of healthy competition is the best thing that we can do to push ourselves to be just a little bit better every day. And if we don't have those people, then we need to either surround ourselves with those people by admiring them on social media, reaching out to friends who you think are good in these areas, and then working to use that leverage to make ourselves better. Don't say sorry. Just go for the things that you want to pursue. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.